Hi, I'm Tom Campbell from Cultaholic.com, joined once again by the Colonel Mustard of Internet Wrestling, Adam Pacitti.
I quite like that.
I'm a fan.
Thank you very much. I thought I could do with looking a little bit more creepy, a little bit less attractive to women, and I think this is the way to go, right?
How was the Isle of Wight?
The Isle of Wight was wonderful. I saw buses, vintage buses. I saw beer in my mouth. What am I talking about? Been up all night. It was wonderful. I saw my mum and dad, most importantly, who I love tremendously.
And you saw a lovely episode of Monday Night Raw last night.
Oh, I sure did. What an episode. That was worth live streaming. Cheers for tuning in.
Welcome back, mate. Here's some news. Which WWE superstar has requested their release from WWE? We had a big title change on Monday Night Raw last night, and new matches have been added to WWE Crown Jewel. We'll get into them in just a sec. Some big questions in wrestling right now. Who will win round 3 of the Wednesday Night War? Is Braun Strowman small or far away? And will Mike Kanellis be saying farewell to the greatest love he's ever known, Adam Pacitti?
Yeah, this was surprising news, especially following the fact that Mike Kanellis and Maria just recently signed what is believed to be a very lengthy deal. Last night, he took to Twitter saying that he had formally requested his release from the WWE. This is a real shock. So a few choice excerpts. It was a pretty lengthy statement, but
you know someone means it when they can't fit it in a tweet and they have to go into the notes function on their iPhone. So really hammer the point home. It's quite
You've got double the characters now, Mike. What are you playing at?
Your pleasure.
And today I asked for my release from WWE. I want to thank everyone in the company who has helped me out and who I've shared a locker room with. Isn't that lovely? He says, I am only 34 years old and I feel I have way too much left in the tank. Working 1 day a week is not going to cut it for me. I came to WWE to work and that opportunity does not exist right now. This is it's such a shame. It looked like maybe he wasn't going to get a push because he was being cucked, but he was involved in a storyline at least.
This is the most we've seen him on TV in some time. It's been really stop-start in general for Mike Kanellis. He made his debut back at Money in the Bank in 2017.
Has it been that long?
Yeah, and just lengthy absences as a result of personal demons he was dealing with. They've welcomed a new child. They're welcoming a new child into the world as well. They've been away for that, and it just feels really stop-start for Kanellis. So I really get his frustration, but unfortunately, that frustration, not long after he went onto Twitter, was pushed in the direction of the NXT Cruiserweight Champion Lio Rush.
Yeah, it was. So Lio Rush tweeted out what I think is maybe a little bit in character, a little bit out of character. I don't know. He tweeted, I'm the greatest cruiserweight in the world right now, and that's an amazing feeling, pound for pound. To which Mike Kanellis replied, you won 2 matches. Chill out. There's an entire roster of cruiserweights that were grinding and working their arse off for our brand while you were sitting at home for bad behaviour. Let's not act like you weren't gift-wrapped the Cruiserweight Championship.
Burning up inside your love. Oh, wow. Leo, to his defence, fired back. And I must confess, when I first heard Mike Kanellis and Lio Rush have a Twitter spat, I'll admit, I buried my head and went, what's Leo done now? Because he has previous of being a bit fiery. Do you know what? Lio Rush banged to rights on this one. Absolutely spot on with what he said. He said, you're right, Mike. I was home, reflecting on my past and how I can get better. Getting back on a positive road to become a champion, literally and figuratively. Spending time with my children that are actually mine. Okay. I get your anger. Trust me. Win a match first. Maybe we can talk later. I'm behind Leo on that. I think Leo was just putting the tweet out into the universe. Kanellis is clearly frustrated. Kanellis has seen that, and we all get a little bit reactive on Twitter sometimes. And Rush was defending his corner.
It's the most Tom Campbell reply that I've ever seen. Turn a negative into a positive. Disgusting. It gets a bit kayfabe at the end there, doesn't it? Win a match first, maybe we can talk later. They
Kids that are actually mine.
Yeah, who knows? But you know, maybe they're mates. But Lio Rush is being criticised by a lot of wrestlers in the WWE. I think that bad behaviour stuff, it's blending the worky and shoot stuff, and I like that. So maybe this is going somewhere. Maybe it's another angle.
What if once again we're being worked into a shoot, brother? I don't know.
That's what I'm wondering, because there are elements of kayfabe in this, for sure.
Until we sat at this table, I've gone, are they working this again? I mean, if it ends up with Kanellis and Lio Rush having a match on NXT, I'm all right with that because it means that I get to hear Full Sail singing his theme song.
That's what you want. That's what you want from wrestling.
I mean, there's some things there's a lot of happening in wrestling right now. I just want to hear Cadellis' theme tune sung by Full Sail. Is that so much to ask?
Pathetic.
Adam Pacitti stayed up all night to watch Monday Night Raw, so you don't have to. How was it?
Yeah, stuff happened.
Is it a bit like coming back to work and you work, if it's like an office job, and come back to work with like 4 million emails to trudge through?
I've got that too, Tom. That's waiting for me later, as well as a mediocre episode of Raw. Yeah, I'm trying to think what stood out. Go and watch Graded. You'll get all my thoughts on it. Get the cat excited. So there was a match last night. Dolph Ziggler and Bobby Roode. This was announced prior to Raw. Raw tag titles on the line, taking on the Viking Raiders. And after 8 or 9 minutes of pretty decent action, the Viking Raiders are your new tag team champions, Raw tag champs. This also led on to Bobby Roode and Dolph Ziggler being drafted to SmackDown together as well. I thought this was leading to the end of that team. But it looks like they're going to be kept together, although we may see them feud fairly early on in their SmackDown careers, their new SmackDown careers. Who knows? Congratulations to the Viking Raiders. I think this is the right shout, you know. I would have been very, very frustrated had they done what I thought they were going to do, which was a dodgy ending, like a DQ or something like that, and just stretch it out for a few weeks until they win the titles. Instead, they put the titles straight on them. They kept the undefeated streak on the main roster alive. That's all good stuff.
One heck of a promo from Eric and Ivar afterwards, which referenced New Japan.
Yeah, right.
And Ring of Honor.
Yep, they said they were the IWGP Tag Champions, and there were a few mentions. There was something later that referenced one of the dojos. WWE are getting more used to it, but quite often it's the commentators that do that, not the wrestlers themselves. That was quite unusual.
Like that.
Cool, yeah, no, it makes them feel big and important. And even if you didn't see their NXT stuff, where they were great, it sort of hammers home the fact that they are a legit team.
Yeah.
Which Bobby Roode and Dolph Ziggler were not. Robert Roode.
Robbie Roode. But yeah, so well done to the Viking Raiders. I'm genuinely excited to see their title reign. I feel like I've always enjoyed. I saw them at a show in Newcastle about, maybe 2 years ago.
WCP Dub.
It might have been Dub
it would have been, I think.
Might have been Dub CP Dub. Are they not former Dub CP Dub tag champs as well?
Yes.
Didn't mention that on Raw.
Yeah, you scumbag.
Yeah, know your roots. Know your roots.
Jesus Christ, that was their most important
yes.
of tag reigns. No, they're great. They're
Stay in your lane, lads.
Really great. You know what I want to see? Before we move on, AOP over. That's the feud that I want. Big, burly bastards knocking the pissing poo out of each other.
I love a match of just big. I just love a big.
Yeah, and they should sing Mike Kanellis' theme on the way out. It'd be wicked.
Damn right they should. And finalamo, October 31st, WWE Crown Jewel, these scary monsters and super creeps of the WWE are off to Saudi Arabia, and we have more matches, Adam Pacitti.
That's right, we've got 2 new matches announced, as well as an alteration, or a few new people in the Team Flair versus Team Hogan Super Show.
Shenanigans.
I don't know what to call it, yeah, whatever that is.
Battle of the Brothers.
So it was announced last night during Raw that Seth Rollins versus The Fiend is happening. It's the rematch that we've all been asking for. It's going to be Falls Count Anywhere.
Because you warm up the feud with a simple Hell in a Cell match, and you build it to that big blow-off Falls Count Anywhere match.
It's a good stip. It's obviously ridiculous.
It's basic wrestling booking. I remember in the territories when the Rock and Roll Express and the Midnight Express start off with Hell in a Cell, and you build to a Texas Tornado match.
Big time.
Absolutely.
How do you think that one's going to end, Tom?
Somewhere in the crowd, and then it won't end.
I hope so.
I think it won't end. I don't think it. I know they've started now, so that you can't start a race and then just sort of pull into the side and go to the pub. You now have to finish the race.
They can. No, they've gone on different brands. They've gone on. That was the perfect excuse to stop it. That could have happened.
Oh, in that case, yes, pull over and go to the pub.
Fiend's getting the title here. Fiend's getting the title.
But then,
oh no! Then both the big belts are on. They're going to do it again.
There was the concern that Bray Wyatt would go to SmackDown, but The Fiend would stay on Raw. I don't think The Fiend fits on SmackDown. If you're like, this is it, and I heard this said a couple of times in different commentaries, right? You're presenting, to go back to SmackDown on Fox from Friday night, that Sam Driver and I watched. You're presenting a new offering for sports fans on Fox, something new, and you're presenting it as a sports show. Your first match ends with a guy in a mask coming through the crowd and pulling the other guy to hell. Like, what? Like, that fits on Raw. If you're trying to present SmackDown as, this is where the wrestlers are. Oh, except, and a weird monster. But here's the wrestlers and a weird monster.
Yeah, I agree. I think, surprisingly, SmackDown in the draft got a few sort of big personality, big characters. The Miz springs to mind, and a few people that you wouldn't necessarily associate with that sort of sports feel that we believe that they're going for. So maybe that isn't the full direction. I think you still need some of that stuff, and it's been some of the most entertaining parts of Raw and SmackDown, so let's stick with it, I guess. I'll be interested to see what happens there. Another match announcement is Mansoor taking on Cesaro. God bless you, Cesaro. You're going to make it.
You see, they could have stopped this feud early. I don't know why they're persisting with it. They're on different brands. Why is Mansoor and Cesaro going again?
It's in a Hell in a Cell, by the way. It's not true, I made that up. I made that part up.
No, it is, definitely. You spread the rumour that it's Hell in a Cell.
It's a singles match. It's going to be Mansoor's big win for this half of the year, I guess.
It's his 6-monthly push. Congratulations.
Cesaro not going to either brand, by the way, so maybe this NXT stuff is going to happen.
NXT
maybe.
UK. NXT UK. Send him NXT. Yeah, that belter with Ilya Dragunov in Cardiff. Let's have that again. That'd be nice.
I want to see him on full fat NXT. And finally, we will run down the Team Hogan and Team Flair lineups. Now, on Team Hogan, Seth Rollins, Rusev, and now Ricochet has been added. Still 2 spaces there. And on Team Flair, we've got Orton, we've got Corbin, we've got Nakamura and Bobby Lashley. And 1 space remaining. That means, by the way, Seth Rollins is currently pulling double duty. Does that mean Seth Rollins is going to be pulled from Team Hogan? Does that mean Team Flair is going to be headed up by Team Flair? I reckon that's going to happen. I don't think Seth's going to do 2 in one night. He doesn't have it in him. That's bollocks. That's bollocks. There's one guy that does.
He has never done too much. And also, it just, for me, it doesn't feel like it. Like, at least with other times we've pulled double duty, they've kind of made it part of a storyline. The storyline etiquette, in the sense of he's been worked to death, or he's champion, so he has to defend both belts. Where this is like, oh, can you arbitrarily team with Hogan? And then it's like if you work in a supermarket, or you go on the tills for a bit, and then you go, pack the shelves. It's like there's no need for him to do 2 here. You could easily have that Team Hogan match with Hogan instead of Seth.
Which is what's going to happen. Whoa. I really do think that. And there you go. Whoa. That's good stuff. Although, same time, Seth Rollins, double Saudi payday. Yes, please. I'll do it.
He'll get double points, won't he? Yeah, Bunsen burner. Nice little earner for Seth Rollins there. Also, as we know now, Braun Strowman, Tyson Fury was confirmed while you were away. Yeah. And of course, Brock and Big Kane.
Yep.
Kane's first match and his first WWE Champion.
Oh, and one more. We forgot about this. Tag Team Turmoil. All the bloody teams. All the teams are involved, including, I believe, the new Raw Tag Team Champions. There they are, the Viking Raiders.
Oh, my. Do you know what? Yeah, that's it. The biggest tag team turmoil match ever to determine the best tag team in the world. Big E went on Twitter and said, if we can get a millionaire's son to team with us for this, then we've got this. We'll quit in. Biggest tag team turmoil in the world. This very much feels like that's going to be a long card as it is. If you've got that big elimination match and that as well. That's enough. No more for
that. That'll do us. There'll be another 5 matches announced. All in Hell in a Cell!
Yes! Welcome back, Pachiti.
Cheers, pal.
Love you, bye.
Thanks for watching. Let us know what you think in the comments down below. You can follow us on Twitter @Cultaholic. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Cultaholic. If you enjoy what we do here at Cultaholic, you can pledge to us on Patreon. That's patreon.com/Cultaholic. And most importantly, don't forget to hit subscribe and join us.